Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm going to be sharing some quick tests I did in preparation for a 16mm music video out in Joshua Tree, California, which I'll be sharing about in more detail later, probably in a future video. In these tests, I was primarily looking at contrast ratios. I had a target contrast ratio of 4:1 in terms of stops. I wanted an unnaturally high contrast to enhance the surrealistic nature of the music video that we were shooting. And looking for a reference to this, the examples I found were predominantly studio black and white images. Even though these tests are in color, pulling down the saturation, you can see they look pretty close to the references in terms of contrast. We shot Kodak 50D on my Arri SR2 with Optar Illumina Primes, stopped between T8 and T16, which is the minimum for those lenses. All of the shots with our model Anita standing in are exposed for her skin, and the landscapes are exposed for the shadow portion of the background, I believe. We shot these with the sun pretty high in the sky, so it was slightly backlit. So we used a topper to cut the overhead light and a flag on the left side of her face, camera right. We used an aperture 300D with a Fresnel to expose the right side of her face, further increasing the shape. To get the contrast ratio, we had to walk the light in pretty close. What we're doing here is utilizing the inverse square law. It's pretty obvious once you use it in practice, but the closer the light to the subject, the greater the contrast between the light and the shadow portion will be. On the wider shots, we had to move everything back, so naturally we lost some of our contrast in those. So bringing these into Resolve, I might just apply a quick Kodak print LUT under the film looks. And for the graded looks, I started with the print LUT and then tweaked some things like saturation and contrast, little sharpening. But for the most part, that's about it. We do have a day for night look that we played around with, something that we were considering for the music video. And so that's what you see here, this day for night look, which is just a sky replacement, compositing in a image of the stars along with a film grain layer, just to kind of blend that in a little bit better. And an overall adjustment in the image, bringing the exposure way down, cranking down on the shadows, a color temperature shift to really bring in the blue, and then pulling down the saturation, and that's what got us that look. Alright guys, that's going to be about it for this video. If you found this helpful or useful, please like and subscribe. Comment any questions you have and I'll make sure to get to those. But that's going to wrap this one up, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.